Friday, January 2nd, game previews by OTB Mac. Let's get it, y'all. New year, new money, new winning ways. Let's go. All right, guys, Friday, what I'm going to do, if I'm not coming live, I'll be giving you some pre-recorded content so you guys can get the best plays, best picks, and get inside my mind. I wish I could watch the lines while I sleep, but I can't. But I'm always on the ball. So let's get it. Let's book the one way. NBA and college basketball we'll be covering. I'll give you a player prop, maybe two from each game. You're going to get an abundance of knowledge. If you want to lock in with my VIP, that is straights and locks, my most secured plays of the day, or big baller, you get those locks as well, including my parlays that cash. They're typically big long leg lottos, as well as a couple premium plays like we cashed last night at plus 448 on the tease lines. Man, let's get it. Let's have a big year. If you want that, just go to the link on my Instagram bio, DM me, however you want to contact me. All right, guys, let's get into it. First up, we got the Nets and the Wizards. This could be a little tricky one. Wizards are at home. Nets are getting 3.5, but Nets are without a lot of players tonight. Give me the Wizards and give me Carlton Carrington for his over on PRA. It's at 18.5. He should get some good points tonight, as well as plenty of assists and rebounds. He's been playing really well. He's hit that line over a lot over the last 6 games. I want to say he's hit it 4 out of the last 6. I see him doing it again tonight. So give me Carlton Carrington over 18.5 PRA. I also like Bilal Coulibaly for roughly, let's call it 10 points. They have his line at 10.5. I think he at least gets 10. That half point might hang you, so just be careful. But I prefer Carrington over anybody in that game. On to the Spurs and Pacers. This is one a lot of you guys probably want to play. You guys like the Spurs. They're without Wemby tonight. I think that's telling. They're in Indiana. They're playing the Pacers at home. I know Fox is in there. They're without Vassell. Castle's been playing great ball. Obviously, Keldon Johnson. The FanDuel loves to withhold Keldon Johnson from us. They just finally gave us a Keldon Johnson line, and it's 15.5 points. But when Keldon Johnson's been balling all year, they haven't even given us the option to bet on Keldon. With that said, I'm going to take the Pacers plus 6. I think it's telling. This is kind of a rest game. They're resting Wemby. Vassell's out. There's just something there. The Pacers have looked okay recently. Since Nesmith came back, Nembhard came back, they're looking a little bit better than what they had previous games. I see them keeping this close at home and keeping this a game to where that spread is in play. So give me plus 6 on the Pacers. And I like TJ McConnell, PRA over 15.5, or Fox, De'Aaron Fox under 25.5. Fox hasn't been scoring the ball like that. He may do it tonight now that Vassell's out and Wemby is out. But this looks like a spot to me where Stephon Castle steps up, especially with the lack of guard play on the Pacers side. He's going to be drawing Nesmith or Nembhard, and Nesmith just came back from an injury. So I kind of like Fox on the under, and I really like TJ McConnell to come in with intensity like he always does. Have about 8 to 10 points, and then a couple rebounds and assists. Give me the McConnell on the PRA, 15.5 over. Nuggets and Cavs, y'all. Next game. Man, without Jokic, they do not look the same. Scoring is down. Jamal Murray's scoring is down. Jamal Murray's assists are down. This is a tricky one, right? Because they run that 2-man pick and roll, and that's why Murray is always getting 6, 7 assists, because they're going to Jokic or they're feeding off and he's kicking over to Tim Hardaway Jr. for a 3. I mean, he's getting these different style buckets now without Jokic. It's not this 2-man pick and roll game, and he hasn't hit his line in the last 2 games. I know Jokic went out in that Miami game, but I got to fade him here. I can't take the Nuggets. I know they just beat the Raptors by 3 on the road without Jokic. This is a Cavs team that is really good, man. They're inconsistent, but they're really good. I'm going to take the Cavs at minus 14. I don't love it. I'm not saying this is one of my top straights of the day. It probably won't even make it into my VIP or big baller package today, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna tell you guys, if there's a handicap that's probably accurate, it's the Cavs minus 14. And what I've said all year long, the Cavs do not win close games. The Cavs lose. They lose close games. If they're going to win this game, they'll win by 20. And that's typically how the Cavs win. They blow teams out or they lose outright because they let it stay close and they struggle to close the game. With that said, I like Tim Hardaway for 15 plus points. I think he'll get his tonight. They have his 3-point line at 3.5 over. I think that's telling. So if they think that he's good for at least 2 to 3, That's 6 to 9 points. He'll get a couple free throws. He should be pushing for 15 points tonight. Give me Tim Hardaway Jr. 15-plus points. On to that next one, Jamal Murray. This is probably one of my favorite player props of the day, period. 11.5 rebounds and assists. He hasn't hit his assist line. He's due to get upwards of 6, 7, or 8 assists tonight, as well as he's rebounding the ball more, crashing the boards. There's more rebounds to go around with Jokic out. They've got to have some guys crashing in more. He had 6 rebounds last game. I think that he easily finds 6 and 6 tonight, 4 and 8, something along those lines, and covers the 11.5 on the over side. So give me Jamal Murray, assists and rebounds on the over 11.5. Up next, we've got the Knicks and the Hawks. Hawks are going into Madison Square Garden. Knicks are laying -7. Line started out at -6. It's already moved on in favor of the Knicks by 1 whole point. I'm leaning towards the Hawks here, +7. I'm going to bet on this here. Probably sprinkle a little money on the Hawks at +7. Line's a little telling here. They were very competitive last time. They're without Trae Young. I think the Hawks are a better team personally without Trae Young. They keep it close within 2 to 3 possessions. This +7 is definitely an impact. It's in play. And I like Onyeka for 15-plus points tonight. I think he gets up against Towns, and he's looking forward to this game, and he's competitive. 15 to 20, I think, is where he'll shake out tonight. And then I like the under on Brunson's assists. 7.5 assists seems a little high. It means he's got to get 8 assists. Let's be real. Brunson's a scoring guard. He dishes on the option that they shut him down. And maybe they blitz him. Maybe that's the whole thing. Sometimes Brunson's assists get up when they blitz the ball and he's forced to pass out to Mikal or kick it to Towns or OG. And if that's the case tonight, then maybe sprinkle a little bit on these guys, their PRA or their points. I don't think that's the case. I think they're going to have their guys like Dyson Daniel, Walker play him straight up. And we'll see how that goes. And Dyson Daniel's a pretty good defender. So if he draws onto Brunson, then yeah. Just give me the Hawks +7. Let's go there. This isn't a game that I absolutely love, but I'm going to take the Hawks +7. All right, this was a fantastic game last time. We cashed on the Bucks. It was our play of the day, -3.5 just a couple days ago. We're back. Hornets, Bucks, they're in Milwaukee. Bucks laying -6. Man. They pulled away at the end. This was a close game, the whole game. And then Giannis turned into the Greek freak, right? So with that said, man, I'm going to go Charlotte tonight, +6. Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges is back. He went out in the first quarter last game. I think that if Miles Bridges is in this game, and he plays the whole game, along with Concanoopel, who was out in that game, this is a much more competitive game. I think that's the kicker, and this is where the trap is. Concanoopel and Miles Bridges, both healthy, playing the full game, getting a full minute workload. If for some reason the injury report drops on this game before it starts, then that changes the dynamic of this thing. But then again, I think that the Bucks would end up laying more points. The books would adjust, and they would lay somewhere between 8.5 to 9. And I think I'd still be in favor of Charlotte around that point. So give me the Hornets. I'll take the points today, +6. And if this line moves upwards, I'm going to continue to take the Hornets, especially at +7, +8, anything like that. Hornets, they're competitive in Milwaukee tonight. Give me that all day long. Now let's get into it. Giannis, man, his rebounds have been down this year, and that's been showing. But I think he has 10 rebounds tonight. Give me Giannis, 10+ rebounds. Also, Sexton, this is a low line. Sexton has went over this line almost every game over the whole last 2 months. He's only missed it like 2 or 3 times. 11.5 points. Sexton will get you 12, 13, 14, 15 almost every game. He's going to bring the energy off the bench. Give me Colin Sexton, 11.5. I think he finishes with 14 points tonight. We've got the Trailblazers in New Orleans versus those Pelicans. No Derek Queen tonight. It's what it's looking like. We don't know with Zion Williams. He's been playing full slate minutes, but sometimes they rest him. I think he plays a full slate tonight. He's been balling. He just had 31 the other night. I do like his points. I think he does get some work tonight, but he's not one of my favorite plays. My favorite play is the under PRA on Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy does not hit that PRA a lot. Once it gets over 28, he struggles to hit that number. He has shown us time and time again. Maybe they put a little bit more on him tonight just because Derek Queen is out and they've been running kind of that power forward, point forward option with Derek Queen kind of handling the ball at the top of the key. Maybe that opens things up and Trey Murphy gets a little extra tonight, but I don't trust it. Give me the under on Trey Murphy, 31.5. And if you want to overplay Robert Williams, PRA, 15.5. He's been rebounding the ball great. Going to get you 8 boards, probably get you 10 points. That's 15.5 on his PRA tonight. I mean, that just seems a little too low for a guy who rebounds so well and can get you 8 to 10. So give me Robert Williams 15.5. And I know Clinnigan's been playing, but Robert Williams been balling. Give me him all day. And then we're going to lay the points with the Trailblazers, -2.5. I don't think the Pelicans are in great form. They're streaky, but without Queen, he seems like he gives them a little bit of an intensity. And they've been okay, the Pelicans have, but like I said, they've been streaky. I can't trust them. The Trailblazers have more talent. They've got Denny. They've got Shaedon Sharpe. They've got a lot of guys who can really play out there. So I'm going to lay the points with the Trailblazers. I feel more comfortable with that play than anything. I do like this one, and I will have money on this game. I'm going to take the Magic -5. Magic have been a tough team for us this year. It feels like there's games where they come out and they look like that Orlando Magic that we expect, that are going to ball out, beat teams down, grind it out. And then they look like a team that just is inconsistent, can't create their own shots, can't get offense, can't get into a set. They just haven't looked good at times. So with that said, I'm going to take the Magic tonight, -5. I like that play a lot. The Bulls are without Giddey. The Bulls are without Kobe White. That means they're leaning on Buzelis, Trey Johnson, and Vucic a lot more. Or sorry, Trey Jones. They're leaning on Trey Jones. I always say that. Trey Johnson over at the Wizards, Trey Jones over at the Bulls, both bench players, but great young talent. I like Trey Jones for his over on points tonight. They've got it at 12.5. Give me that on the over. I think he goes for 15 tonight, but give me the over on Trey Jones, 12.5. I do like the Magic to cover the -5.5 and Banchero to have a good game. 31.5 on his points and rebounds. I think Banchero covers that. He gets you 8 boards and 24 points. It'll be close. I'm not saying it's a hammer away points and rebound play. I think Vegas is spot on. There's a slight edge here because I see Banchero going for 24 to 27, and that's where the edge is, his points. Now, if this game stays close, that means they're probably containing Banchero. So if the script goes according to plan and what the data says against the Bulls tonight, they'll cover the -5. Banchero will get you 25 and 8 points and cover that PR. All right, let's fucking move into the next one. So we got the Kings versus the Suns. Kings have been playing good ball, but they've been streaky, right? Like they got blown out the other night by the Clippers, and then they turn around last night and they play a really solid game. What do we get tonight? Because it is a back-to-back. That's the question. They're getting 12.5, plus 12.5, and they're playing the Suns, who have been a great defensive team with a high pace of play. I've got to go with the 12.5 points. It feels too much. It feels like this could be a blowout spot. So this is one I'm not saying go take the points. But what I will say is I'll take the over here. I think that if it stays fairly close, they may lose by 15, lose by that. But at the same time, I think it stays close enough to where this game goes over the 226 that they have. Or is it 229? So yeah, 226. The over is at 226. I think it goes over that. I think both these teams score between the 110 to 120 range, and it goes over the 226. So give me that all day. I like that more than having to lay or take points on either of these teams. And then for stats, I'm probably going to go Royce O'Neal at 10 plus points. There's not a lot I love out of this game, but Royce O'Neal, 9.5 points on the over or under. That feels a little low, especially for a guy who shoots, 5 threes a game. He could knock down 3 of those and be right there. So give me Royce O'Neal, 10 plus points. Right, guys, this is another big one. I know you guys love the primetime big name matchups. We've got the Thunder and the Warriors. This line moved from -9 all the way up to -11 over the last few hours. Thunder, they're in need of a blowout win. This could be the one, especially, Kuminga's not playing. I don't believe Draymond's playing tonight. I'm going to have to take the points. Steph Curry's been playing good lately. Jimmy Butler's been a good, wingman. Podziemski has been playing well enough. If Quentin Post or Moses Moody gets going just a little bit tonight, this is an easy covered game. Plus 11 is a lot of points for a playoff caliber Warriors team with Steph Curry. Let's see how they defend Curry tonight. I'm sure they're going to blitz the ball. That's why I'm going to look for Brandon Podziemski to have 11 points tonight. He's going to go over. They have his points at 11.5. He'll go over that 11.5 points. He'll have somewhere between 13 to 15 points when he finishes it out. AJ Mitchell for the Thunder, over 17.5 PRA. I like that. This is going to be one of those games. The Warriors are going to have to step up and try and win this. They are at home. I see them coming out with some intensity, man. I see them keeping this thing close. They're not going to get blown out by the Thunder tonight. Give me the Warriors plus 11. Grizzlies versus Lakers. You see, you got the Lakers jersey back there. Big fan. Always got my purple and gold on. But man, have we looked bad? This is a bounce back spot against a young and up-and-coming Grizzlies team. Jaren Jackson, John Morant, Jalen Wells, Cedric Coward, a lot of guys. Scary spot to be laying for, but we are at home. Luka Doncic, LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton. These guys got to get it done. The veterans got to step up tonight. They got to find a way to win. They got to will their way to win. The bench has to come out and play better. That has been the biggest problem with the Lakers over the last few weeks. There are no points outside of Luka, and there is no defense at all. Everything is saying take the Lakers at home -4 against a inconsistent Grizzlies team that has looked pretty good lately. But tonight I do think the Lakers get it done. -4 at home. Luka Doncic is going to be too much for the Grizzlies to handle. Go ahead and give me Lakers -4. They keep it close. They pull away at the end. This is not a blowout win. This is a grind out win. And it's going to come down to free throws and them closing the game out, winning by 5 to 6 points. Close game, but give me the Lakers tonight at home. It's an advantage. They have LeBron. They have Luka. Those two veterans will win and will their way to victory. Lastly, one player prop out of this game. We're going to take LeBron James for 2+ threes tonight. Lakers -4. Let's go. Well, I'm going to give you some quick college basketball real fast. I'm just going to run through it. Not going to get into it too much. We got Western Kentucky and Sam Houston playing. Western Kentucky is a great team. They just lost a game they should have won last week. They're back home. This is a great atmosphere, great college atmosphere. Give me Western Kentucky -4.5 tonight. They will win. Great play, great game. All right, Oregon versus Maryland. Maryland has been the definition of inconsistent. And with that said, I'm going to take Oregon. Even though they're coming across country to Maryland, to College Park, give me -2.5 on Oregon. Lock it up. Let's go. Michigan State playing undefeated Nebraska tonight. Tom Izzo's the better coach. They're in Nebraska. This is one that'll be close. Tom Izzo will outcoach and win and give Nebraska their first loss. Give me Michigan State on the money line. Last game of the night that I really like, and this could burn me because Michigan State has been beating teams by 40. Not Michigan State, Michigan, University of Michigan has been beating teams by 40 almost every single game. USC, they're getting 22. So that means Michigan has to beat them by 23 points. USC is a ranked team. They are still decent. Are they an elite team? No. They crept inside of the top 25. They'll probably get bounced outside of the top 25 in the next few weeks, unless they upset Michigan tonight, which I don't see happening. But I do see them losing by 14 and staying inside that 22 number. So go ahead, give me USC versus Michigan tonight. I'll take the points, 21.5. Guys, that's it. It's OTB Friday. This is our first game preview we're doing in the new year. Going to try and do these more all throughout the year where you can tap in here. All I ask for, like and subscribe. That is it. Like this post and subscribe. Help me grow this page like you guys helped me grow my Instagram last year. I went from 1 follower on December 1st, 2024 last year, all the way up to almost 12,000 followers as we rolled into the new year. So guys, thank you so much for the support on Instagram. Top capper in the business. I am the real deal. Let's fucking rock. Let's win and book one ways.